Oh, I guess we're somewhat back. I can't do that now. Oh man, the game's memory leak is like causing all kinds of problems right now. So you do like one thing, and like the game just screws over your system. So I got hard locked. Yeah, I was gonna try to pull up the guide for whatchamacallit so I can read the thing, but yeah, I guess I shouldn't have did that. String went down. Yeah, it did. No, I mean, it happens, but like it shouldn't do that, but it does that sometimes whenever the game has like a huge memory leak issue. Um, I'm gonna just read it straight from the guide. I'm not gonna try to pull it up on stream. I don't want to crash again. Um, all right, so looking at the starter on rapid fire. So if you look at the starter thing on rapid fire for on the build variants, the last 2 points say the following: we use Umbrus to proc Dark Shroud until we're able to get the Mott rune. It's just it's a smear. It's just one sentence of a thing, but that's where it's at. There are some other ways to proc Dark Shroud, but I'm gonna kind of hold off on like maybe talking about them in the guide yet until I play with them more and I feel more comfortable talking about it, or more comfortable in terms of people being able to actually execute said thing. So I got to fix the camera. Yep, and it's gonna have to restart. That happens, but yeah, once you get hard locked, you have to get the restart. Like your OBS will never like be the same. You have to like literally just like hard restart. But now I gotta fix camera. Give me a sec. Let's see, camera control. It sucks too because like I just got a raise, so like all that's gone, right? Everybody's kind of like, oh, and this guy just lags and takes off. Screw that, I'm gone. So missed opportunity, unfortunately. Thanks, game. Yeah, everything under ancestral, so you didn't see it. Oh, okay, yeah. It's under starter. OBS likes to crash after raids. I heard it happened to Mippy 2 days ago, yesterday or 2 days ago. He had a really big one from like Rudy, and his OBS crashed. His computer hard locked or whatever. I've had that happen like several times in the past, man. It never feels good. It's like all these forgotten souls now. Now I need to masterwork. I guess we'll do some Infernal Hordes, I guess. It's either 6, 8, or 10, right? Those are the levels. Happens to several of my folks I work with as well, and it isn't their PCs. Yeah. Where do you think their strongest road build will be this season? Hard to tell. It's way too early, and there's not many people playing Rogue right now, so like it's gonna take a while before we see people with like GG gear doing different types of builds. I still think I should probably be doing some Nightmare Dungeons though. Like that's the absolute fastest way for like Masterwork mats. In front of horse to get the GA chest to hopefully get other aspects of Obels. Well, I don't think there's really. I wouldn't say Obels, but oof. So I'll never understand how these ballistas can have like cold ballistas. Why are they a thing? And they freeze on the first hit. It's not even like after a couple of hits. It's like the first shot they get you. Yeah, feature from across the map, first hit, on the first hit. And like the freeze doesn't have the CC reduction that the other mobs do. So like you're frozen for like 3 seconds, which is not supposed to be the case anymore. Is Justin not able to keep up with Spiritborn? No. No. No class keeps up with Spiritborn for speed farming. No class. Not even Sork. And Sork has always been extremely good for speed farming. Do I think Spiritborn will get big nerfs? I know some changes are definitely gonna come to Spiritborn, but it's more so because of what they're doing to the servers than anything else. So Blizzard has to do something about the problems that the Spiritborn are causing to the game. So I don't know what they're going to do to alleviate that. Evade Spiritborn, not just evade Spiritborn. Quill shot too. Quill shot lags the crap out of Helltide too. They both do. Evade Spiritborn is worse, but yes, I mean they both do. Hyper mid-season patch? Yeah, so am I. Rapid Fire Rogue can pit and Inferno? Yes, it can. Decided not to run the Dance of Knives build. I had no intentions on doing it. Like, zero. I'm kind of all spin to win out from Diablo 3 since it's technically the same thing. It's basically God 6 Demon Hunter and D4. And I played years, hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds upon almost thousands of hours of God 6 spin to win. That, like, while Dance of Knives is really, really cool, I just can't see myself doing that again. Not to mention, I don't think we should see every rogue play Dance of Knives on Twitch or YouTube, right? There needs to be at least one or two other rogues doing something different. Yeah? Imagine tuning into every rogue stream and every rogue is Dance of Knives. Except for maybe Canadian Hero, because of course she's gonna do evade. She's gonna do tugboat, right? Are you tugboating or are you Spiritborning? Oh, you dancing now, too? Boo. No, I'm kidding. You a tugboat when you get the souls? Fair. Nah. But I get it though. Like dancing now is like the new skill in the block, so it makes sense. One of the maybe new version can hit 100. I mean, with Korean gear, fished. Like a lot of fishing and Korean gear, probably. I think most rogue builds are, most of the rogue top builds are probably in that same scenario. Barrage could do it, Heartseeker could probably do it, Rapid Fire can do it. But it's all the same scenario. Korean gear, you know, hundreds of tries, get really, really lucky. Like those kind of things. Not like Spiritborn that can do like 115s in 3 minutes. Right? Haven't got a single good boon yet. Or only have one good boon. Okay, this is a good boon finally. I really wish I had Variana, but I'm trying to level up this demon child, so I can finish my barter thing, barter ranks. But so I can have that pull. This didn't actually save. Pushing all the buttons and getting that error sucks. Well, they will do something to Spiritborns because of because of what they're doing to servers. Yeah, I don't think they would have done anything if it was just a power issue or balance issue, but because they're literally wrecking servers, they have to respawn. I got like CC stunned, CC locked. Again? Ballistas. There we go. C6, you got any good crossbows you were trying to get rid of? Was wrecking the server? Spiritborns. Have you ever played a Helltide with Spiritborns before? Like, have you ever like actually played in the Helltide and like the game seems like it's like stuttering and skating all the time? I mean, it's a pretty pretty evident thing that you see happen all the time. You literally just gave it away. You didn't even ask me, man. Oh, Sag. Is it 42 in the stream? It's all good, man. It's all right. I forgive you this time. Just this time. I'm sure I'll find a decent one at some point. Like, this is my best one. I got a GA on the max life, but it was it was the best I can do, man. It was the best I can do. See how many max I get for 200. That's it. That's all. Dude. You heard some rumors of your Shako. Is it true? I did get a 4G at Shako, and I can't even use it. That's the sad part about it. Got a GA crossbow with Dex on it. It'd probably be better than what I have. Yeah, I'll take. I got to build Barrage today anyway. We're trying to build Barrage today at some point. For GA Shako, yeah. There's the thing, like I can't even I can't even use it like on like what am I gonna use it on what rogue build? Maybe like overpower Flurry, but like I'll never get the gear to be able to play something like that. So and even then it's still kind of theory at the moment, right? It's like on paper it's supposed to be really good. So like it's not even like a tested thing. 4GA congrats. No, I mean not really. I mean if it's 4G or something you can't use, then does it really matter if you can't and you can't even sell it? So it can have 7 GAs if it wanted. It can like double GA on the same rolls, and I still wouldn't be able to use it. I mean, I'm holding on to it because I mean, if there's like a mid-season update or anything like that, it'll be quite nice. You might have trolled. Can you guarantee passes for Amulet with the unique tribute? Oh, you can guarantee passes for Amulet with the unique tribute. About to try it out. Well, it'd be like I think you guarantee one passive though. Like it's not like you're gonna get like 3 passes on the Amulet, but I guess you guarantee one passive. Oh yeah, it definitely is okay. It's expensive, but it's okay. Yeah, that worked. That's better than what I got. Thank you. I'll probably end up like building like using that bow for Barrage. So I don't feel like redoing this bow for Heartseeker and then do a different bow for different crossbow for Barrage. So we'll kind of stick it that way. But thanks, man. It's a start. I'm also still using a a non-ancient sword. I really should be gambling some swords though. Actually, do I have better swords? I'm sure I do. I got this one. Like I got swords for like rapid fire and stuff. I really should get rid of a lot of this stuff in the gear. All this is old. You got a 1 GA shard with the 200 aspect, but the GA's on the resource. Oof. This is the one I got here. This is good enough. Let's go ahead and get this whisper real quick. Hi, ancestral step and use bow. What's ancestral step? The dagger. I can use the dagger. Oh, that sword. I can use that sword. That sword would be good. I already have a crit damage one for rapid fire. So I wouldn't have use for that. Tell you, man, I'm running around with like I got a couple of really good pieces of gear, and then everything else is like really mediocre or like thrift shop, like legit. Yeah, just a sword. Bro, you did way more damage than I did last season. I optimized your gear to the max, and you still are much stronger. You always find a way to be the strongest. It's gonna be a minute, I guess, this time around for sure. But appreciate you. There's something I'm looking for, like, you know. No, I mean, I guess that's it. Zarya, It's the first time I'm seeing you this season, actually. What's going on? Spiritborn is definitely the most brain dead OP class ever in any action RPG. Infinite resource, no CDs, AoE full whole screen, one button to kill everything, 5 buttons to spam with zero thought. Well, with that said, how are you enjoying your season? Oh, 100% dodge and 100% with 100% of time. Yeah. I mean, it's great for marketing, at the very least. Everything else you said is round of money. I mean, you're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong. But I guess it was to be expected. New classes are usually quite broken whenever Blizzard does an expansion release of a class. The only one that wasn't like giga broken that I remember was Crusader and Reaper of Souls. They were actually like tame. But then they released the Necro like two years later, and the Necro was completely busted. Like OP. Oh, that's right. All of my blood is in my stash. Bro, where y'all coming from? Pop some blood there. You say you're not even doing the super OPOB everyone else is doing. The funny part about it is that Touch of Death was the best Spiritborn build and the review copy of the game, and everyone thought that was going to be the best. But yeah. You want a non-absurd build, Stinger is weak. But when you say weak in terms of like versus other Spiritborn builds, or weak as in like other versus other builds in the game? Because when I was watching Woody play Stinger, like it was still relatively strong compared to what some of the other classes were doing. But it was considered weak by Spiritborn standards. I gotta turn in. So Zario, what do you think this should do? What do you think the answer is? Yeah, you don't know how long you'll play the glass for. But yeah, I guess what I'm asking is like, what do you think the solution should be at the moment? What do you think they should do about this? That's always kind of the like the question, right? So, like, what do you do? or what's the proper solution to this? Crossbows are expensive. You consider buying a bow. You could do a bow still if you want. Crossbows obviously would be better for, I guess, for what you're trying to do, but I mean, you can do a bow. What's the puncture overpower I've been hearing people talk about? I haven't heard anyone talk about it at all. I heard about the flurry, but not the puncture overpower. And if there's a puncture overpower, I'm sure there's probably a Heartseeker overpower. I would assume it kind of revolves around the like similar things. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. If it's based on like flurry overpower, then I guess I understand what's needed, but I guess why puncture is like the like the question, considering that puncture's damage is like not great. Like it's excellent for like proccing, right? But raw damage, especially split into 3 knives, is like it's kind of oof. Rick, so what's going on? A classes just spam 5 skills with 0 thought just to buff you up. Well, the thing about it is that people aren't really even spamming those skills, right? They're just using macros. Right? Just basically scripts for auto hotkey. You just push all the buttons for them. Which also makes it what you just said, you know, without thought, meaning that you can do that. Right? So yeah. Yeah, Everdiggers are actually really good. Masterworking materials. I know people don't really want to do them or whatever, but they do have one purpose. They non-puncture with Zario in chat. I mean, Zario knows. He knows I'm not lying. I mean, he'd tell you that himself. That's why like puncture victimize was like never a thing, like back in season 4 or whatever, because of that reason. But so like Heartseeker was better with season 4 victimize, right? But then puncture was better with season 4 Andes. So like, you see what I'm saying? So like that works. Um, I thought that was a good balance. Like you don't want one skill being able to be better at all the different aspects of the class than anything else, right? Got two questions. Why all play Nightmare Dungeons? Who's all? You mean me, or like is everyone else playing Nightmare Dungeons? I mean, it is the best place to get Masterworking materials. Can Distant Knives do T4 as well? Oh yeah, absolutely. Sure can. Did Dungeons better than Hordes? Well, honestly, the amount of so if you just do Hordes and you can get like maybe 100, sorry, like 1,000 Aether or something like that, and then you just do just the mat thing, then I think it might be as good as Nightmare Dungeons maybe. But like I think Inferno Hordes has more benefits. You know, it's better for XP. You can get that 200 chest that gives you considerably better loot than what Nightmare Dungeons can give you. I think the one thing that Nightmare Dungeons actually has over that is the fact that the Masterworking materials is like really efficient. Like you can get like 2,000 for a 5-minute run kind of thing. Not even 5 minutes. And also better chance for runes, but you don't really care about that because you're going to get runes from bossing anyway. Yeah, I didn't know anyone else was doing Nightmare Dungeons though. I figured everybody would be doing Helltide. What was that thing about the key thing about spamming? You know what's that? Oh, that's like been around forever. Auto hotkey or whatever, where you can literally like program your buttons to cast for you. I mean, I don't recommend you do that because technically it's against the TOS. So I'm not advocating that you do that. I'm just saying that people do that. You think people actually push all those buttons themselves, like on stream? Quite a few streamers actually do it. And of course, people in general. It's a wide spread. I mean, it happens every game, like Diablo games, Path of Exile, like action RPGs are notorious for script stuff like that. Real gamers carpal tunnel like a boss. Yeah, I'm just saying, just in general. So it's definitely not like a secret or anything, a hidden secret. But what a decoy. But speaking of which, let's dive onto the topic a little bit more. You know what I find interesting though, that people gamers and by the way, a subset of the community complain about not having more skills, saying that 6 skills basically, like limits you and what you can do. But then at the same time, the moment that you have to use all 6 skills, people want to auto hack you. So it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like it's like, do people really want to use more skills, or did they just want more abilities to be able to spam with the macro instead? Did I answer your question about Dancing Blades as well? Yeah, Dance of Knives. Sorry, Dance of Knives can do T4 easily. Yes. Has Dance of Knives been nerfed to the ground? Victimize got hit because they fixed. a couple of bugs with Dance of Knives that Dance of Knives was abusing to make Victimize really good. So now it's built differently. Not as strong as what it was, but it's still like really good on Rogue. For like Rogue standards, it's still really good. The Rogue is 60 with 150 Paragon using Dance of Knives with precision stacks and concealment. So you can start to shift to Heartseeker Victimize. You can't really use precision, can you? No, you can't. You can't even proc precision. How do you proc precision? Is this a? Yeah. It's not a marksman. So you probably should look at like a guide with that. You want more abilities to manage? Maybe try WoW and get one of those MMO mouses. I want to have 6 abilities that I need to use at least somewhat strategically. Spamming them should be a waste. But that's what people want, apparently, though. I'm with you. I'm with you, Zario, and you know me. I'm with you 100%. But you know that's not what people want. Having to actually think about which 6 abilities to use at any given situation. Nah. People don't want that. People want forehead on keyboard, stuff dies. But yeah. But I think that's kind of the thing, though. I think at the end of the day, when they probably took that into account with Spiritborn. It's like, you know, kind of like I said, like people would rather just, if they can just hit buttons and things die, they might have a better experience than having to think about how to use said skills. Sorry, the one that gives momentum stats. Yeah, momentum. Yes, not precision. Yeah. All right. Well, in that case, Nathan, I mean, I can't really answer that for you. Like, if you're having fun on Dance of Knives, play Dance of Knives. There's no, if you're not liking it, and you're thinking about playing something different, then sure, you know, make the switch or make a switch. But I can't be the one to tell you that. Like, you have to do that. Like, both of them are, you know, are really good builds. You kind of just choose the one that you think you're gonna have the most fun with. But if you're having fun with Dance of Knives, stick with it. Like, keep playing it. My only concern about Dance of Knives is that I don't know what they're gonna do with the snapshot stuff, because they typically don't really want snapshotting in the game like that. They were kind of clear on that. They nerfed a lot of whirlwind stuff that used to snapshot, and then they even changed the way snapshotting worked in general at one point. So I'm a little concerned because I don't know what direction Blizzard's going to take when it comes to that. Because if they mess with any of the snapshots on Dance of Knives, then that's kind of really it for Dance of Knives. Like, it's undergoing its redemption arc right now, and that's cool. right? But if they mess with any of the snapshots, that is it for Dancing Knives. Unless they like, you know, compensate it for some actual damage or something. Feels like it's just the snapshotting skill. It feels weird to gut at my Spiritborn and other things they're doing. Well, it's not. It's really not that C6, but it's like you're gonna think about it. Like Barb's Whirlwind got gutted several times because of that snapshotting thing, right? It would be really weird to see from that perspective. It would be really weird to see them let Dance of Knives be what it is, and when they literally gutted Whirlwind because of that very same thing. See what I'm saying? I'm not saying I disagree with you by any means. I'm just saying, like, if Barbs want to yell and complain about it, they will be in the right to yell and complain about it, because it's like, that's not fair. How do you gut Whirlwind but leave Dance of Knives? So like you see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Whirlwind sauce. Well, that wasn't the point. It's just more so the snapshot mechanics in general is what I'm talking about. You know, the tier that it was in is just kind of irrelevant. I just don't think that they wanted snapshotting in general, whether it was an S tier build or a C tier build or whatever. Like, I don't think they really want that to be like the case. Like, I think Blizzard cares a lot less about tier lists than like we do. Got a unique from your Undercity run? Nice. Unstable elixir on your amulet. Very nice. At least for like this early, that's like really nice. Is Diablo just ongoing with PTR without calling a PTR? LOL, bug fixes that. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So Mika, the thing is that like I'm kind of in the same thing. I oftentimes feel very much like I'm playing the wrong game sometimes. I think I admitted that last stream, right? Yeah. I think me and Zario talk about it quite a bit. It's like I think a lot of things that we want, a lot of people don't care about. I think I talked about it last stream where it's like, you know, I'm more concerned about how something feels, how it works, you know, what supplements it, why does it do a certain thing, etc. And usually the player base is more like, can it kill thing and is it S tier? And that's about as far as it goes. Right? And it's like, I want to speak more about some other things, but like, again, it's just like it tends to be irrelevant in like the massive overall scheme. But yeah, oftentimes I do feel like I'm playing the wrong game usually. But I'm well aware that I'm like in the super minority here. What torment tier can you start doing hordes? T1, I think. Or whenever you're done with the campaign, I think. Gwen 22 with the sub, appreciate you. Yeah, like what? What do you mean, Bit Fury? I like forgot what I said. Iron Shield. Oh, okay, gotcha. Wade, what's going on? Got to see again. It's one of the difference between tournament levels and trying to gear, such as mythics. Is it a big difference? It's not a big difference, but there is a difference. Biggest thing is just the farm and the tier that you can do quickly. Like if you're struggling doing a certain tournament, then it is not more efficient to do it. Even if the drop rates are better for like mythics or whatever, like it's still not worth. You'll be way more efficient and you'll get them quicker on a lower tier that you can farm quickly. C6, did you want to run some hordes? I think you said you wanted to join the other time. Yay, event. Just swap to Heartseeker from just not on T3 and just curious what the best way is to bump up your damage up. I would just follow the guide. There really is just no one thing. But there's a lot of there's different pieces that work in tandem. So it's not like if I get this one item, I'm all of a sudden doing great kind of thing. Like you kind of have to look at everything in tandem. What do you have? What do you not have? And if you look at the guide on the website, I have it laid out in progression steps: starter, ancestral, mythic. So you can kind of progress on what you need to go of. Is this Heartseeker? Yes. You're running low on wave 10 copies zone. I got quite a few actually. I haven't been doing much of in front of hordes. Where the glyphs drop at? Everywhere. If you haven't really been seeing any glyphs at all, and you're in Torment or whatever, then you just haven't really been playing that much yet. That's all. When do we transition to an endgame build now? Generally after you beat the campaign. That's a very good point, Zarya. All right, C6 invite. I'm lagging a little bit. I might have crossplay off though, so I don't know if you have those settings as well. Yeah, it's because I have crossplay settings off, so I can get rid of some of the lag. Since she was using the Shako, there big DPS from Cal. Cal is definitely better than Shako for damage. That's why you don't see Shako in the build at all. It's one of those things that just because it's a mythic item doesn't necessarily mean it's better for that build. Oh no, crossplay is on. Okay, so you don't have crossplay on. All right, try invite me now. You're in a horde. Wait, let's see. Me, all right. There it is. Okay. Wait, I just changed my crossplay settings just to be able to all right. Let's try this again. Be back BRB 1 year getting on Blizzardborn. Nah, don't abandon it. Let me see if I can actually join you. Oh, I guess you got out of it, huh? All right. You got to get out of character select. Is it crossplay is on? Yeah, I just put it on. I think. Pretty sure I just put it on. Yeah, there we go. This season is like so important, whether or not you do crossplay on or not, because you really don't. You kind of want to play with less people if you can. Let me know if I might do glyph leveling. I'm doing mostly okay on that. I'm really low on like stuffs, opals. I got all right, wave 10. Looking for a better shard. Well, yeah, always. I guess. What do you have? Oh, you mean like for like the horde? I'm just doing hordes for mats and stuff. But yeah, I mean, a better sword for sure at some point. GA basic skills and resource at 140. 140 is kind of low for me because I actually do go more direct damage Heartseeker. But I appreciate it. What's the best thing to farm for ancestral drops? Probably Heartseeker. Not Heartseeker. Infernal hordes. Or actually gambling. Like oboes are actually very good for that too now. So like do pits for a lot of oboes, or hell ties for a lot of oboes, and gamble. Where can you get a lot of rawhide? Whispers. You want the Hellfire Rain? Is that what you wanted? Because knowing my luck, I would never get the Hellfire Rain spawns. Whatchamacallit? Oh, okay. I was gonna say I didn't think that was a better choice right there. Yeah, the boons are terrible. That's what I'm saying when you said you got like 1200 that that run. I'm like wait what? I've only done a couple of Infernal hordes, and like all of my boons have been straight ass. Until like maybe like the last wave or two, when they finally give me a Hellborn is now like hunting you or whatever. I'm like, oh yeah, great, on like wave 9. There we go, we got a good one. Wasabi. Drago, what's going on? What's the best room farmer spot? Bosses. You think a resource roll and ring will be worth it in order to run back on us? Either temp or lucky hit or restore. Well, on the guide, I kind of have it laid out to, yeah, I wouldn't really do a resource aspect, honestly. You'll have to temper innervation rings basically on all pieces. Both rings and amulet, and then you're gonna want to do either a resource elixir or you want to do chance to restore primary resource on like a sword or dagger. With a good fist of fate, that should keep you plenty of energy. Or if you're really down bad right now, like you just can't get any good rolls on anything or no innovation ranks at all, you can run inner sight instead of preparation and then hold off on being able to spam your ultimate for a bit. Harlequin Crest good for Heartseeker? No. I can name 3 helms that would be better for Heartseeker. I'm Perdition is obviously best in slot. Cal the Nameless, God Slayer. All those are actually better than Shako for Heartseeker. Yeah. Been rune draft for a while, yeah. Nightmare dungeons are actually pretty decent at dropping runes as well. What level do you need to be for every item that dropped to be max item power? That doesn't exist anymore. Like ancestral drops will be 800, but they're rare. So you'll have either 2 item power levels, so either 750 or 800. 800 being the ancestral drop. I've been asked this way too many times. What would you play Spiritborn wise? Just didn't have any more quality of life than that. I was just curious. Honestly, I've always been interested in Eagle. Like the funny thing about it is that like when I played Spiritborn back in July, like when I got flown out to Blizzard to play test the Spiritborn, like it was only like me and Woody who actually like enjoyed Eagle. Everyone else was like Centipede this, Centipede that, and some Jaguars here. Like Eagle was not a thing that people cared about at all at the time. But I've always liked the Eagle spirit in general. Yeah. And now it's like Eagle everywhere at the moment. Right, so it's kind of like... I've not found like any good amulets yet. Been a bit starved in that category. Said that was not good. We got pretty shitty boons, man. Like we didn't actually get a good one until like maybe wave 5 or 6 or something like that. That's kind of how it always is for me, man. Like, like what we experienced this time is like what I experience almost every time so far this season. What should they focus on to increase damage or glyphs around level 25? Keep leveling your glyphs, for sure. Keep leveling your glyphs, masterwork, get better aspects, get better rolls for your aspects. There's a lot that you can do. It's not just one thing. You really don't like the new system that you have to turn in all your Aether? But that's how it was last season. Like you couldn't really you can't save it for like the next Helltide. Oh, how many you want to open? Oh, you mean like split between the materials and gold? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. I actually never thought about it that way, honestly. I mean, usually I guess it's usually either or for me. It's like if I want the gold, I'll just take all gold. If I want the materials, I'll take all materials. I never really think about like I never really thought about it in a way of wanting to split it. But I can see your point. Went for a Fist of Fate and got on the 4th try and got a GA on Lucky Hit for crowd control and Lucky Hit chance Maxroll. Nice. That works. Ripped. When was the last time you won? I feel like the house does not like you at all. It's been taking all your bling. That's where all the bling is at. Nico have it all. Is that I gamble every day though? You're consistent with this. I guess it'll just feel that much sweeter when you actually do win, right? Nika just let it go, dude. I haven't gambled in a while either, actually. There you go, Parallax. Yes, sir. Been playing Spiritborn. How's Rose been treating me so far? So far so good. Like in a bubble, so far so good. I'll put it that way. It's probably the best way to put it. Oh man. Decoy won 25,000 blame. Where you know he's VIP though, so like house is probably a little nicer to him. He's got that VIP client. We're not doing well. You see, he saw me. You were right last night. They both Forgotten Souls. Yeah, they did. It's a lot better now. What level do I need to be for every item that's up to be 750 item power? Torment. Actually, before Torment, actually, I think. Is it before Torment, or was it right at Torment 1? I think it's Torment 1. As long as you reach 60, that could be the case. For whatever strange reason, I just didn't remember. I don't remember. Are you playing with broken gear, Zario? Are we still able to get sparks from Lilith? It's not working right now. I assume it'll work like in next week's mega patch. It's bugged, obviously. Yeah, that's that DLC armor, that plot armor, basically. Yeah, man, you're welcome. I so appreciate the follow. What's today's special about? They basically it was a hotfix, so now more Forgotten Souls drop now from everywhere. Which is a big W. Is there a Torment Spark this season? No. Ooh, this one. We got like one of the best ones towards the end. There's no tons of boons. Rough. when the artillery started showing up in the pit this season. They didn't do it in season 5, but they did this season. How does the tributes drop? They drop from anywhere, basically. You just gotta play. Just keep playing. I mean, I'm gonna say they're rare, but I mean, they don't drop like candy either. Yep, Heartseeker does good. It does the thing. Also probably the most fun Heartseeker's been, in my opinion. Because I don't have to do any like shenanigans to proc close quarters combat. Last season, you can just straight up just play it at a distance and not ever have to jump in for any particular reason, which is great for all those who like to pew pew at a distance, aka me. Damn, that's with only one weapon master amulet on trade. Goes to show you how few people playing the rogue. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. What was I going to say? Oh, C6. You want to play some more later? I think I'm gonna start putting Barrage together.
Yo, Dark Side, we just got raided, son.
Some rock with the raid.
You know how we do.
What is
Drop
up,
my
sir?
new beat for these new viewers. Sheezy out.
What's up, man?
Serasif graded my stream with 49 views.
How's it going? You're doing Spiritborn, right? Or have you done any necro shenanigans yet, or has it just been Spiritborn for you so far? Oh, big necro. Okay. How's Necro hanging? Because I mean, Necro's got some baller builds, right? But everyone's on the Spiritborn train, right? They kind of they're kind of forgetting Necro slaps. At least 2 builds, roughly. Very nice. Is there a reason why I didn't get a spark from Lilith when I killed her? And your friend did? Your friend got it? Yeah, I mean it's bugged right now. They said it was bugged and should be fixed. Like I don't really know why some people get it and why others don't. So I can't answer that for you. Okay. And yeah, for those who are coming in from Sirach's stream, I am Dioxide, one of the Maxroll Rogue specialists who red guys for Maxroll, and I typically like to pew pew. Pew pew good, basically. The model. Usually I like to pew pew with about half the amount of toughness the standard rogue player would have. But yeah, we figure it out usually. How's the rogue doing? Rogue's okay. I like in a bubble. I mean, in terms of doing like T4 content, I think Rogue is fine in T. Like right, Rogue is fine in T4. Like it, Rogue doesn't struggle on T4. But like I guess when you start comparing it to what some other class or classes are doing, then it starts to kind of look a little rough. Like at least from what I've been seeing, no feet picks. Is that this guy's name? But, I think out of like all the class, like I think I was too much. I'm like I think Rogue is like bottom 2. Like if I had to like look at what others are doing, I think Rogues are kind of fighting Barbs at the bottom at the moment. Like there's Spiritborn, which is like its own tier, and then you have Necros, which are a bit below Spiritborn, but no one's close to Spiritborn. So even being able to like sniff his shoes is actually quite good right now. And then there's Druid. Landslide Druid is actually really good right now. I think that's really the only build they got that's good, but Landslide is cooking, man. And then you have Rogues. I think Rogues have like quite a few builds within like relative and like relative similar tiers, but it's all like below the what the other 3 classes are doing. Like Rogues needs Korean gear and like lots of fishing to even like think about doing like 90 plus, right? But like we're like just nowhere near there. We just don't have the gear for it, and that says a lot. And then you have Barb, which I have no idea what the hell Barbs are doing right now because I have yet to see one. So ever since Rob decided to play Spiritborn, Barb Nation has not been a thing. So yeah, it's kind of my assessment at the moment. But I will say the Rogues builds feel good. Like they feel good to play, and there's variety. It's just relative to what some of the other classes are doing. Like then like I mean, if you're just talking about pit levels, then yeah, Rogue is towards the bottom. Oh yeah, I forgot about Sork. Yeah, I forgot about Sork. I would say Sork is after Necro, probably. Spiritborn, Sork, Necro, Druid, Rogue, Barb. With that being said, though, like I'm always one to not really like to do too much talking about tier lists because it's kind of like at the end of the day, like if your class can do the T4 content and do it pretty well, it's like you're doing the thing. But I know it's super hard not to compare what Spiritborn is doing when they're in your face. When they're in your face in Helltide doing what they're doing, lagging up the servers, you're just like, God dang it. You know what I'm saying? I won't even say Spiritborn as a whole. Like, I mean, obviously there's just 2 or 3 builds that are just considerably stronger than the other Spiritborn builds. I'm sure some of the other Spiritborn builds are more ethical. But obviously people aren't gonna play the ethical Spiritborn builds. So let's be honest. Uh, I guess what am I trying to grab? I grab that. Okay, this has 3 tempers left. Maybe I can kind of like use this. I'm gonna have to get a different amulet though. Let me see if I can ruin this ring real quick. Gonna do. Was it poison imbuement? Is what I want. +1 though. I can't even do a +2 though. Whatever, we'll send it. Oh, okay, that worked out. All right, so this is a good test ring. Yeah, the weapon here. Which I actually should probably save for Seeker, but I don't know. Nah, we'll send it. We'll send it. We're gonna. So Barrage. 28%. We'll keep. Vulnerable damage. No. Power damage. No. Power, that's 3 times in a row. Come on, game. 4 times in a row overpower, really? 5 times in a row? Bruh. Okay, crit damage, but seriously though? We're about to run this back with the scroll. Let me grab the scroll. The game jipped me, man. 4 overpowers in a row. Let's go. Vulnerable damage, good. Okay. Take that. That scroll is so nice, by the way. So for a sword, I want to do actually a dagger. I think I have a dagger. It's pretty good in here somewhere. Somewhere in this mess. Oh, it's got health on it. That one. Oh, I have another Dex one here. Okay, cool. I only have one. Oh wait, is this the one I just? No, that's not the same one as this one, is it? Oh, no, I guess put that there. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I was like, oh, I thought I had 2. Like, I don't want to go all in on. I don't want to go all in because I'm not quite sure where it's gonna end up. So I kind of want to play conservative. Unique tributes are working as attendant now. Anyone know? I am not brave enough to try. I am not brave enough. Isn't Dancing Knives rated S tier? That was before the bug fixes happened, and it had to be rebuilt. And even then, like even the really buggy Dance of Knives Victimized was like the bottom of S tier, like barely even like there. It's definitely not S tier now. Compared, like if we're comparing it to what like Spiritborn is doing, like rogues have no S tier builds. Like there's nothing that rogue does that's even remotely close. And I would argue that would be the same thing for most other classes, right? Like if we're comparing it to like 2 or 3 Spiritborn builds, like almost nothing else is really S tier. Like if you want to like look at the gap, like almost to the point where you might even have to separate Spiritborn from the tier list and just give it its own tier list. Or not own tier list, but to give it its own tier. Just call it Spiritborn. Because otherwise, like nothing else can really, like nothing else stands a chance in comparison, if that makes sense. Otherwise, everything else just gets stuff in A in terms of good ones. Am I using SV as a sword? You mean Shore of Varathio? I was, well, for Heartseeker, yeah. Why not using Harlequin Quest? Because it's way less damage. Like way less damage. And generally speaking, like these builds that I'm doing right now just don't really benefit from the Harlequin Quest like that, though. It's not like Harlequin Quest is a good item. It's just that if the idea is to go balls to the wall deeps or whatever, then like Harlequin is not the way to do it unless you need the cooldown to be able to do more damage. And in the case of Rogue, that isn't how that goes. So I guess I can make this work. It's amulet. To be a decent test amulet, I guess. We'll temper. Actually, I wonder if I should still do innovation ranks. Probably not, because I have innovation on the Umber Crux, right? So I think I can do poison imbue charges. You got one with Ancestral, the basic in 170. Do I want it? I'm good. Call it SB tier. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I mean, there is no S stands for Spiritborn tier list. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, yeah, I mean, because you got some Spiritborn that are speed farming 115s. And we got classes that are like trying to clear 80s and 90s or whatever, or you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just way too big of a gap to have anything in the same tier as Spiritborn. And the sad part about it is that like some other classes are doing good relative to the content if you don't compare to what Spiritborn is doing. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just like the fun factor of a build is severely overlooked by a lot of people in your opinion. Bro, I am with you. I am with you on that. I am 100% with you on that. I agree. I agree. In fact, I talk about it a lot in my stream. And oftentimes when people ask me, you know, is X better than Y and stuff like that, and then my answer is usually, if it's close, I say play whatever you find more fun. It's like, yeah, but which one's better? And I'm like, they're close. I mean, which play style do you think will, you know, would best suit you? It's like, well, you tell me which one's better. And I'm like, I can tell you, but like, I don't know if you'll like the other, like the play style of that. I mean, At the end of the day, it's an action RPG. Pick something that you're gonna have fun playing, not one that has slightly higher yellow numbers than like a different build does. Like, problem is that progression feels really slow when you're when your build is stuck in T2. That's the thing though. Like, there actually isn't that many builds that I would consider would be stuck in like that wouldn't be able to at least like slay tier 3 at some point. It would require more effort. Maybe it'll take longer, obviously, to do so. But I think there are quite a few builds that actually that can play T4. Maybe not like speed farm T4, but can play T4. Which means that, like, technically speaking, like there are quite a few builds that can do the content and do it fine. Obviously, the thing is that we're all looking at what Spiritborns are doing, and then we all feel weak. You know what I'm saying? You look at like what Spiritborn is doing, and then all of a sudden you feel like you're not doing anything. It's like, oh, you thought you were doing something, right? You thought, hey, I made the T4. Hey, I'm actually, killing some things, whatever. And then a Spiritborn, runs past you, and you're just like, oh. Well then, there goes there goes my my perspective, right? Yep, here we go. I guess I was talking about this in chat, by the way. Somebody on YouTube said, "What's better to you, Dance of Knives or Heart build?" I'm currently getting my rogue up right now. I think playstyle is really important here because you're gonna have to snapshot quite a few things on Dance of Knives and kind of know what that is. If you don't mind that and you like spin the wind, for sure, go for it. If you like the pew pew from far away and don't like to get close, kind of play like a true range build. Probably the only true range build we have on Rogue. Heartseeker is kind of it. It definitely feels like an archer. They're both strong builds. Dance of Knives definitely has the advantage of speed farming because you can move in, shoot, and kill things at the same time. So nothing's going to be able to like speed faster by any means. But relative power, they're pretty close. For rapid fire, should you run Starless or Hair? Both. Well, not Starless really. No, don't do Starless. I would do Perdition, to be honest with you. Perdition and Tyrios. Are you just trying to pick one? If it's a pick one, Tyrios might first, and then do Perdition Helm, because Kyle the Nameless is still really good. And in some case scenarios, Kyle is better than Perdition, but I'd rather tell people to gear for Perdition because it's also unconditional damage and you're not like being cucked on bosses all the time. So how is Heartseeker now compared to how strong it was in season 4? It's definitely stronger now than it was in season 4. But I mean, that's relative, right? I mean, the whole game has changed since season 4, so like everything around it has changed. So don't jump in and being like, oh, I'm gonna play a stronger Heartseeker than I did in season 4. Like, well, technically yes, it was stronger than the Heartseeker of season 4, but everything is relative still, right? Hopefully they give a few buffs to the underperforming classes mid-season. We'll see what they'll end up doing. I feel like they're gonna have to do something with Spiritborn because they're ruining the game. They're ruining the servers. Sorry, I'm gonna say the game. They're ruining the servers, and that's a problem. So like, even if Blizzard doesn't touch Spiritborn balance, let's just say they just say, you know what, we're just gonna let it, just YOLO. They're going to have to do something because they are the cause of all the lag. that we are experiencing right now. So the game sometimes becomes unplayable because they're because they're there, and that's a problem. So yeah. So in terms of what they're gonna do to fix that, well, looking at Blizzard's track record, expect things to get gutted and people will get really upset. If I had to take a guess, this may be the one time they don't completely gut something, but I don't trust that they won't, because they'll just take the easy fix and then that will be the end of that. And then people who love Blizzard right now because Spiritborn is super duper strong, be the same ones cursing their names in about like a couple of weeks or whatever. Can victimize crit? Yes. It can now. It didn't in season 4, but it can now. Or season 5. Well, season 4. But yeah. Because we didn't play season 5. Okay, so this is my totem. This is about the best totem I got. So we're gonna have to roll with it. Okay. So we got the master. So we got the tempering.
Magic is neither good nor evil.
Oh, Sirach. I don't know if you're there or not. I got my account back. I don't know if I told you. But like all the extra followers are gonna be really upset. I'm not posting the other content that my account was posting. Mr. 10 inches is gone. No longer a thing. When did it die the first time? But the game? I mean, the game was in a pretty awful state before season 4, but I just had to laugh at Osirok. Like I couldn't even be mad anymore. Like I was mad at first, and then afterwards, I'm just like, you know what? I mean, I can only laugh at it, right? Because the absurdity of how it happened and like what was being posted on there was just like, wow. But now I got all these extra followers who are like bots. So I went from 500 followers to like almost 10,000 followers. And now I don't know how to like get rid of all these followers, which is really bad. I won't say really bad, but it's like, you know, like I just don't want that, like all those accounts still following me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they're gonna be really upset. I'm not posting that content anymore. It's like, well, you me look at me posting some rogue videos up there. He's like, what the hell is this dude doing? It's like, what? S tier or A tier Heartseeker? A. A. Nothing in the rogue arsenal is S tier. Nothing in any class's arsenal is, I would consider a S tier. If we're comparing it to Spiritborn, if Spiritborn was the metric, then no class is really S tier. If you remove Spiritborn from the equation, you do have some S tier builds. You'll have, for sure, Necro will be at the top, no question. Necro, you have like one or two sword builds. S tier, you'll have Landslide Druid in S tier. You'll have probably Dance of Knives. both victimized builds and rapid fire would be probably a low S tier, like bottom of S tier. And then you can kind of go from there. Like things change when Spiritborn isn't the metric. But because Spiritborn exists, then everyone else has to go down. I mean, comparing to Spiritborn or any class is really A tier. Well, A tier, yeah, but not S tier. Spiritborn is amazing, but zero cooldown on all skills gives you SI. People are using like auto scripts or stuff like that, so that's how they get it. That's how people get around that. I don't recommend that by any means, but I'm just saying. Just saying. It took it forever to put this together. I guess it's because I'm like interested in the conversation and not so much of what I'm trying to do. All right. I need to get a different pair of pants. It should be a pretty quick swap though, because like most of the stuff I'm using for Heartseeker, I can apply to Barrage. There we go. What do I have in here? Monty Watt. That's so good. Almost. Like Monty's like literally as good as Tam. As long as you're moving. Alright, so yeah, but I guess we'll just use the same runes, because like why not?
My magics await your return.
So we'll do that. Swap pants. Okay, and then
There is magic in all things.
assuming conceded here. Conceded. I can just check my planner. That probably makes the most sense. Barrage. I was right, yeah. So conceded. Really, I have retribution. I have retribution. Why? Yeah, I guess. I guess the big deeps. I guess is fine.
Impeccable.
High velocity. Branching. Hmm. Okay. strikes. We need frostbitten. Yeah. All right. I think gearing wise, I think we did it. Let's see if we can get lucky with different stat on this. Movement speed. I won't try too hard. This is a non-ancient amulet. Let's hit impetus. Come on, give me something. Work with something. Last time. Yeah. All right. We'll leave it as is. Masterwork a couple of times. I'll work with that. That's fine. Make Twisting Blaze great again. How is the damage on this build versus T4, Durio, and Andy? You can kill it. You can kill both of them in the second stagger. So it takes like 1.5 staggers to kill them with this build. Yeah, I'll leave that. As several spirit boards leave my party due to hand cramps. Maximum life, but I'm not about to like do any like real masterworking. No, not on impetus. Not on impetus. Whatever. It is what it is. My movement speed feels a little low. Oh, that's because I rolled whatchamacallit. The armor on boots instead. Movement speed. I wonder if I had like a different boot just to wear just for this setup so I can actually do some movement speed. Probably end up being just like a real shitty boot. Actually, what I could do, I could just throw on Penitent Greaves just to have something decent in the slot. The 4GA Penitent Greaves. You don't really need to, but I mean, it's. Nah, that's a lot of health I'm losing. Never mind. I'm playing up close too.
See some steel you need.
Maybe we'll just change the temper. Did not want that to happen, but that's okay because we have this. Again. If I don't stop getting stutter step. Okay, I'll take that. That's fine. All right, I think that's it. Now we just say so Andorio Shako kind of irrelevant with this new helm. Well, for rogues, I'll put it that way. Yeah. All right. Skills. What do we do for skills now? So we keep that. Move Heartseeker. Go straight for Barrage. Only need 1 point in Barrage though. Then we don't do Shadow nor Cold. So we go Poison. Trying to think. I think that's actually kind of it. Mostly. There's that. Probably should spec into that, of course. Actually, I usually have cow traps here. So I might actually need to change out a rune then. But I don't know, Decrepify is so good. So with Warcry. I'll try it. I feel like I'm gonna be kicking myself in the foot with this, but we'll try. And then we need to go to Kiova Shed. What's the highest pit I've done with this build? I haven't pushed pits. I do speed 70s. It's about as high as I've gone is speed 70s. I feel like it's not really important. Or I feel like it's kind of pointless to push this early. Especially when like you're not really like well geared. It just feels like it's kind of a waste of time. Time that I really don't really have a lot of. How's Andy and Victimize doing? Victimize is fine. Andy's is rough. Is there any build that actually wants a new key passive? Yeah. Twisting Blaze does. Why am I so slow? Oh, that's right. Usually I would go accelerating. Probably need to. I mean, I know I have like this, and then I also have the what is it? The elixir, but I like the idea that I am permanently poisoned and that's the kind of. Okay. Let's. Okay. That actually feels pretty good. But I think I might want to change where the aspects are though, because I feel like I'm not getting any sort of like speed at all. So I think I'm gonna do let's see. Which probably rolls higher? What is my accelerating aspect rolls? I'm like confused. Yeah, hold on. This is so much damage on on stun those. I would I would have preferred the spamming dancing nab with no consuming charges over the snapshotting all your buffs. They really need to just fix. I don't say fix. Let me phrase that. They need to really figure out what they really want to do with that skill. I feel like they don't really know. All right, so let's take a look at accelerating. Okay, so 24 versus 23. So it's really not that big of a difference there. So I think for this time being, I'll do.
Cleanse these both from my skin, and I promise to become your most devoted servant.
I'll do high velocity here. I don't know. I'm still not gonna really fix it. Yeah, sure. We'll do high velocity and then accelerating. That should give me some speed for now until I get like better gear. Do the things. Okay. All right. Gameplay wise, I think we're ready. How good is Rapid Fire this season? It's Old Faithful, meaning that like it's like gonna always be reliable. I'll put it that way. So yes, it is good this season. It didn't get anything fancy or whatnot like some of the other builds or whatever. So it plays a lot like it did last season. But yeah. All right, so I guess let's try some pits, I guess. Or do like we'll start with like I'll start at 65 and see how I feel about it. Since I do a lot of 65s anyway in general. So let's see. At 20.5% movement speed, fire res, and GA dodge. Nah, I'm good. Appreciate it though. I'm out of charges already. Dash charges. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just like going around in a bunch of circles. Yeah, it's performing well, like I figured it would. With me and my absolutely shitty amulet too. You run with me? Well, this right now isn't the time to do that when I'm testing things. Like I just put this together. I'm trying to figure out how it performs. Playing with people is not the thing I'm trying to do right now. Okay, well, cool. Guess I can't really upgrade my gems here. Or my glyphs here. You keep the same kind of hours that you do in Texas? Oh, you mean like just staying up late? Is that what you mean? Am I cooking tonight? Well, this definitely doesn't look like Heartseeker, does it? Yeah, I just switched to Barrage. How's a melter heart work now? I don't know. Honestly, all I know is that it's useless. So I never had no reason to like really figure it out personally. Heard I got godly Shako, yeah, but it's kind of useless. I can't use it. Okay. Nice. This is with the some pretty scuffed gear too as well. I just need to up the whatchamacallit. I can't level up my list anymore. You remember it's based off of resources? Yeah. It's not that anymore exactly, but they pretty much killed it. They like completely just destroyed the item. It's like not even remotely worth anymore. This is I mean, when you think about it, I don't know, like for those who are watching, this is technically Andy's Barrage without the Andarios. If you want to like be 100% like honest, like it literally looks exactly like Andarios, just without the just the procs are victimized and not Andarios, but it's the same thing. Yeah, my build is insane. Thank you. I'll have a video guide on this shortly, probably like Sunday. But the Maxroll guy is up on this, so like it's been on the Maxroll, just no one's really played it. Or very few people have actually played it, but I guess when they see a video, more people might actually like be like, yeah, I want to play that. CC'd. $1.2 billion hit right there. If you don't know who build is S tier for Rogue, any help? There are no S tier Rogue builds. When you compare anything to Spiritborn, there are no S tier builds really outside of Spiritborn builds. So everything else is kind of considered at best A tier. I do pretty decent setups though. I do craft pretty okay. This is slapping though. This is actually doing better than I thought it was going to. Definitely get single target. I'm actually surprised. Which that is best to masterwork for Cal? Trick attacks. I make so many arrows at the same time. Well, one is Tyrio's Might. The other is P. Diddy Oil. Really? What a name! What a name! Oof.
Potato, potato,
I don't even wanna
potato, potato. Hey.
You find the best names in Circle. All right. Let me try something. We'll switch around some aspects. I just want to see how big of a difference this makes. Like, something tells me this is gonna be worse, but I'm just curious. The crossbow, kind of have to. Vulnerable damage implicit is just like really high right now, so you kind of have to. $1.4 billion crit right there. Alright, so this feels stronger, but I'm like attacking like quite a bit slower, so like the fun factor is not there as much. Yeah, I was actually pretty like when I put this together on Maxroll. I'm like, I thought to myself, I'm like, this should perform pretty well. Um, where am I going? Yo, wait till I get a good amulet. Have you seen how shitty my amulet is? Like, have you seen how how actual bad it is? Well, of course it's non-GA. You think I would have a GA amulet? Me? Nah. I'll show you after this. Wyvern and Vero. The knockdown for Malice. For the Malice proc. Check this out. This is my amulet. Look at that. Look at that impetus roll. So good, right? So Gucci. Meta right there. I'm telling you, man. Wait till I get some good gear on this, man. But this was my next project, so we're on Heartseeker's out there. I think I did all I could with it. I'm satisfied with where it's ending up. So now it's Barrage's turn, and then it'll be Rapid Fire's turn after that. I guess my question is, how do I want to set my buttons up for this? Because I really don't like attacking as slow as I am. I think I need like a different ring for the task speed instead of having the max health there. I don't know if I have one though. But this was like a shitty ring that I just said. I was like, you know what? This is a test ring, so it's okay, right? I was like, I'll do it. Oh, I actually do have a +2 for your finesse amulet. It's gonna take me forever to roll like a decent passive on that though. It'll still be non-GA, but it'll still be better than what I got. Yeah, so like, see, this is good. Like this here, probably roll attack speed on it. What's my attack speed? I don't even know because I legit just threw on some crap. So like, I'm not even hitting any breakpoints at all because literally this was put together for testing purposes. It's like, you know what? Let's just see how this rolls. That's exactly the thought process. Yeah, which is good though, because I mean, I need to know how it feels when I'm not like decked out or geared out, so I can kind of tell people how other people how to actually do the same thing. It's a more realistic experience, if that makes sense. 1.3 billion hit right there. Poison Imbued good. Poison Imbued is actually only just for like buffs. Like that's kind of what it's there for. Actually, I like it better in this position. Have fun in the new season? Yeah, mostly. Jazz piano, yes. I'm a musician and I teach music for a living. So that's why my playlist is very varied. Lots of different genres, variety. Customer build, please, in Paragon. The build's on Maxroll. Like, it's literally the Barrage build on Maxroll. Let me see. I think I might have a link to it in terms of builds. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, look at the Barrage Endgame Rogue build. It should be the very last link there. The Barrage Rogue guy at the very end. This is what this is. All right. Well, I guess I'm convinced to actually take this seriously now. So I think we might actually like build into it. Actually, like, you know, put some better like pieces of gear on it instead of just like the scuffed sword and the scuffed ring and the super scuffed amulet. Like, yeah. This can be considerably better than what it is right now if I took it seriously. What tier pit should be best to farm for each torment level? Whatever you can do in 3 minutes or less. So I guess that all just depends on your gear level and where you're at. So I can't answer that question specifically for you. It just depends on what gear level you're at. Yeah. Damn. Number 1. Yeah. All right, we're gonna actually put on like a decent ring now. This is okay. So we want vulnerable damage. Boo. Oh, whoops. Overpower damage. Bro, don't be doing this to me. Oof. The lowest vulnerable roll possible. The game. Troll. Alright, I'm gonna do poison and beam it here. Shadow and beam it, nope. Shadow and beam it, nope. And shadow and beam it again. Sigh. That's alright. We'll run it back.
See some steel you need?
Poison and you, cool. So now that I got +2 poison, should I try to go for a better vulnerable damage roll, or should I just leave it? I have how many tries? I have 5 tries left. Should I try for a better vulnerable roll, or should I just leave it? Because if I break it, that's it. Go for it. Alright. We're going for it. Overpower. Overpower. Critical strike damage. Slightly better. It went from 41.5 to 43%. So we went for it. We got 1.5% gain off of that. I guess I'm gonna have to just take it. There's nothing else I can do from there.
My hammer says
Taking all things.
Oh man, okay. Okay, let's try to get some attack speed here. .3. What's that? Okay, we'll take that. We need to roll on here. High velocity.
Aura. Brighter soul.
Okay, so we done did that. The game trolling me? Yeah, of course. Yeah. Okay, we gotta masterwork a little then.
I forge more than horseshoes and nails. What do you need? Here's a good one.
Hey, babe, bro, what? Use your glove? Is that why or what? It's a fist of fate. Like, you kind of have to have it. Bill doesn't work without it. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. That's fine. What's that get ready to do? Okay, so now we're gonna have to we'll use the good sword here. Because I am kind of feeling this setup a little bit, so we'll use the good sword. Trading. penetrating. Smart eyes put on Rogue so far. I mean, I haven't pushed. I've only done speed 70s because there's no reason to push right now. Bro, I can't even get Barrage on this. What? Are you kidding me? About to say 15.5. It's something. Great damage. All right. Well,
Use it well.
we do have a scroll. So we go again.
Greetings. How shall I guide my hammer?
Power damage. Overpower damage. Overpower damage 3 times in a row. Crit damage. 1. Crit damage? Are you serious? Oh my god, are you kidding me? 4 overpowers, 2 crit damage. I've already scrolled it. I've already scrolled it. Man, this game. I don't have any other decent stories either. I mean, this is really the best I can do here. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't, I legit can't do anything else. All right, I'm about to just farm for better swords then, or a dagger. It doesn't really matter. But I was hoping to be able to kind of get something of an upgrade, but it is what it is. Bro, I can't get vulnerable damage from that, man. You know how many times I've been trying to roll? About time. Jeez, game. Rolling, trolling me. Okay, nah, I have to scroll this one too.
I forge more than horseshoes and nails. What do you need?
Yeah. Overpower? I'm not trying to get overpower. That's just how it rolls, man. Not trying. I mean, if +1 poison, that should be fine. Should be. Let's spend a little bit of gold. Kind of roll another passive on here. +2 malice. Okay, I'll take it. Probably the best case scenario I can get for an enemy like this, so we'll do it. We'll do it. Thanks. At least I got something for bricking that sword.
Wear the stars around your neck.
Yeah, so we got this. Throw that there. Has to work a little bit. Your Paragon level 100 on your Spiritborn suggestions the best way to get scrolls. Scrolls, easiest way to get the scrolls is Infernal Hordes. Got a plan for this? Yeah. Well, I have a bit on Maxroll for this. It's actually been on Maxroll all this time. It's just that no one's played it until I did. Well, until now. So it's been on Maxroll. All right. It's still not great gear, but it's or like what I would consider good gear, but it's something. It's something. So we'll roll. What if I do high velocity here? Nah, let's do retribution. I don't know what my breakpoints are, so I don't want to like screw anything up. We'll leave it as it is. Okay. All right, so this should be a little better than what I had. Not significantly better, but a little better. He's got a farm. Welcome to my home away from home. Austin Sands, what's going on, man? Hope the season's treating you nice. What you been up to, man? What you playing? You playing Rapid Fire Rogue or you playing Spiritborn? Or Dancing Knives? They make Planner for this build? Yeah, it's on Maxroll. It's the Barrage Endgame guide on Maxroll.
Yo, Doc,
Strawberry Milk Skits,
we
what's
just
going
got
on?
raided, son.
You should the raid, but I'm in the middle
You know
of
how
a
we
thing.
do.
I can't do a
Drop
dance,
my new
but
beat
I
for these
appreciate
new
you.
viewers.
Alright, let's go there.
Got Sheezy. Out.
Strawberry Milkskis raided my stream with 10 views.
I appreciate you. What up, Mippy? I just threw in some Barrage now with them slightly scuffed gear still. It's doing fairly well. Optimized gear wise, not optimized at all. Like I'm not hitting any breakpoints at all because I literally just put together whatever I had in my stash, which really wasn't that great. I bricked a pretty good sword that I think would have went pretty nicely. I got a lot of non-ancient gear on this. Map sucks. Well, the map doesn't suck. Just long stretch with no enemies. I'm out of poison charges. Yeah, I'll probably do a lot of farming for this tomorrow because I just said I kind of want to at least put this together tonight to see how it feels. And now that I've done it, it's kind of like it's probably time to take it seriously and like actually gear up for this. And then, you know, make the usual video about it and then move on to rapid fire. What board am I using? Literally the exact same. I didn't even switch any boards at all from what I did with Heartseeker. It's literally the exact same boards. Yeah, so like I didn't even like move anything around on my board. I just used the exact same board and glyphs. Did not change a thing. Tell you, man, like that was almost 3 minutes, and like this is pretty mediocre gear. And the boss, like I was actually really worried about the single target. You remember? Is it my glyphs were 70? I mean, yeah, but I mean. I kind of feel like I'm behind. Like I haven't played as much as most of the blasters have. I'm sure their glyphs are considerably higher than mine. Yeah, but I don't have a single 12 gear at all. Everything is like either 412 or a couple of 812s. Your glyphs are 67? Why? I mean, you were speed farm 70s. Why aren't there at least 71s? It sounds like you're slacking. It literally sounds like you're slacking. I'll give you know what? I'll give you some grace. You did have to rewrite an entire guide. Both guys, or you know, 2 guys. So I'll give you that. I'll give you that. You did have to sit there and like put the brakes on it and be like, I gotta fix this guide after the bug fixes. I'll give you that. That's fair. $1.6 billion victimized proc right there, y'all. Word. I'm gonna dash charges. I think for speed farmer, I probably should drop whatchamacallit for shadow step, because it's definitely not the damage. I'm just getting around quick enough is actually what's hurting me. And well, little interactions like that. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to keep like just throw in everything I had on with Heartseeker and just put on Barrage, sort of, which is kind of what I did. I'm actually running Decrepify and Warcry at the same time, so I have 100% uptime on Warcry. Something I said I wasn't gonna do, but it kind of feels pretty good. The Decrepify with the damage reduction, considering how glassy I usually run, and the whole execute while injured is actually kind of nice to have. But that's why I have Dark Shroud on the bar now and not like as a rune that I had on Heartseeker. Oh, he lasted one stagger, more than one stagger. I'm bad. Yes, what do I do now? Yes. You at least become unstoppable too often because you're engaging from too far. That's fair. I'm playing it like I'm playing Heartseeker, and I shouldn't do that. Bars, but they get spammed. These CC banned. Well, basically, I mean, pretty much fist to face to the culprit. Yeah, I think I might do like 1 or 2 more runs or whatever for fun. Then I'll probably head out. And then tomorrow we'll gear for this appropriately, at least try to. And also get my actual like mercenary. I really should be running with Vargana, but I'm not. I didn't have a smoke grenade. Value in getting all your mercs rank 10. It's for the barter system. That's why I have the Demon Child right now as a higher. Because I'm trying to get him to 10, and then once I do that, I'll go back to my actual merc for reinforcement. I'll have to get some pulls and stuff that I'm not getting right now that I normally would get. Unsettable. I need a better Umber Crux too, man. It's a 6-second non-ancient. Although I guess with both having Dark Shroud and Smoke Grenade, I kind of get more opportunities to place them where I want to, which is actually quite nice, especially when you're moving around a lot. But all right, well, looking good though. There you go, guys. But yeah, I mean, literally almost verbatim the Maxroll guide. Like I probably have different runes than there, but everything else, like everything in terms of the selection of skills or whatever, is almost verbatim. Yeah, I think 1 point, what was it 1.8, 1.6, 1.8 bill, I think was the highest, and we definitely got a lot of room to go. I think this would do really well in most things. I will say I actually kill bosses faster with Heartseeker, but I think that's not too surprising though. I think if I was, it just really could just be just the, it also depends on the boss too as well. If I had like something with like a bigger footprint, it'll be easier for Barrage. Even with Umber Crux, I think Heartseeker was still a little faster, but obviously the clearing is better with Barrage, but that's not surprising. I don't think anyone's surprised by that. All right. Who to go to? Oh, this is a slightly better sword than I have. I guess we'll hold on to that. No. But we got some work to do. You let a rogue community support each other. There's only like a few of us left, man. Like everyone's ditched us. Everyone's ditched to play other classes, man. There's only a couple of us trying to hold things down at this point. So I feel like honestly, like rogue meta, or I wouldn't say even meta, but like just rogue findings, creativity, and stuff like that, it's gonna take a big hit this season because there's not many people trying. Like I know you have like your, you have your blasters and you have your few like content creators, your like guys in the community that you really know well, those kind of things that will like will try, right? But you don't really get too far unless there's like hundreds of people like messing around with stuff. Like when people just find things on accident and it's like, yo, look what I found or whatnot, and they get spread around, and then some Korean guy with god tier next alternative universe gear decides to play it, and it's like, hey, we didn't know that actually exists, kind of thing. But it's just because now most people have jumped ship to Spiritborn. I feel like the rogue stuff is gonna kind of take a while to kind of develop, if that makes sense, because there's not a lot of people beating their heads against the wall trying to figure out how to like scrap just a little bit more damage or whatever out of some things, right? So I do think that we will still come across more things, especially Dance of Knives, because Dance of Knives is still new, so there's things that have not been figured out yet, of course. But I just feel like the builds, the build evolutions is going to be slow this season on Rogue, and not just Rogue. I think just many classes. I think most classes are going to go through the same thing, where it's just like there's just not enough people really experimenting or doing things, what I mean? So it's just like there's only but so much a few people, like a handful of people, can do. Because I got this, and then I got rapid fire next, And then there's some Flurry stuff I want to do. And I think pin shot. There is something on pin shot I kind of want to experiment with, but that's going to be like last on my list. Like dead last. Okay, now I'm going to have to go back to my, there we go. Facts, only the strong survive. 2.8 KP or 2.4 ancestral KP, whatever I think comes on top. I don't know the math on that class to know, so I am the wrong person to ask. Who's Frosty? Rogue is a real deal. Only playing Rogue every season using yours or maybe his bills. And I was hoping you'd do Dance of Knives as well. Oh, don't be sad. Is it sad? Don't be sad. I think the thing is that because I know Mippy is spending so much time on it, that I feel like I don't have to. You know what I mean? Like, Mippy's going to like pull all of his hair out, you know, scraping every corner of the said skill, that I don't have to do that. You see what I'm saying? So I get to reap the benefits of what he finds whenever I choose to play it at some point, because he did all the hard work. So I just go yoink, right? And then I might put up maybe like a feel good setup or something, you know, maybe not a meta setup, but maybe a feel good setup, but after everything has been discovered. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just letting, you know, I'm letting Mippy do all the heavy lifting there. I know Milky BK was doing some stuff too, and Lexi U, I think. But like, there's really no reason for me to do that right now. Like if you think about it, like Rogue right now, how many people, and no offense to those who are playing Dance of Knives, but how many rogues right now do you know are trying to push the boundaries that isn't Dance of Knives? See what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. Obviously, Dance of Knives is the new skill, and people want to play the new toy, right? It makes sense. But it's like you also need others to push the envelope with other things to see how everything is, you know, you see what I'm saying? Like, so I don't have to. So if I don't have to do Dance of Knives right now, then I'm not going to. I'll just do the other stuff. But anyways, do what you're doing, rapid fire. Yeah, rapid fire is next. Don't get me wrong. I always like rapid fire will always be like my baby. Like rapid fire will always be my baby every season. I just happened to have found, like, actually rapid fire was supposed to be first, but I found Heartseeker gear before I found rapid fire gear. So I started with Heartseeker, and then I went to Barrage because most of Heartseeker's gear transfers over to Barrage. So it was like, well, makes sense to just go ahead and do Barrage real quick, right? Like super real quick. And then when I get better gear for Barrage, I'll make a video, all that other stuff. You know, make a couple of adjustments on Maxroll if need be, and then off to rapid fire. Playing any non-Spiritborn is pushing boundaries, to be honest. I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. You're absolutely correct. Thank you for the time and tips. Yeah, man, no problem. But I'm gonna be responsible and try to get some rest. Hey, Mippy, do you know if we have a Maxroll meeting in the morning or no? We don't? Okay. I'm gonna have to get some sleep a little bit. Keep blasting. There's a competition tomorrow that I need to be at, so I actually do need to get some rest. So that's why I'm like trying to be responsible and like leave like now. I've been streaming for what? Not 3 hours. I've been streaming for, because my stream crashed earlier. Unfortunately. Yeah, I started at 8:30, so it's been like 7 hours. It's not bad. 8 hours, 7 hours, 7 hours. 8, 7, 7. I can't maths. I can't maths. All right. Who are we gonna go to? Let's go to Juggernaut D. I don't get to go to him often. He's always in here, so. But all right, well, Mippy, we got a lot of work ahead of us, man. We got lots of things to do. And then guess what? As soon as the mid-season patch comes out, they may shake it up all again. And then we're back to the drawing board with a couple of things. I'm just afraid about Dance of Knives though. Just because I don't know what they are going to, like, what their philosophy, the design philosophy is with snapshotting. Because the moment I saw that skill, I'm like, I already know. Like, snapshotting. Like that was the first thing that came to mind. I even told Ava, like, the day after, I'm like, these are things I want you to test. You know, this, and that. And then I said snapshotting as one of those. Because I'm like, I knew. It's a channeling skill. It's going to snapshot. But they don't want snapshotting. They said that they don't like snapshotting. And they even try to kill it in season 3. And then they heard it for Whirlwind Barbs for a bit. So I'm surprised to not see Whirlwind Barbs crying about Dance of Knives getting all these snapshots, right? Because, I mean, as much as I don't think Barb should be crying at all about anything, they do have a point. They do have a point with their Whirlwind, but what happened in Whirlwind? But anyways, hopefully we can just smooth sailing and just keep going forward and not have any steps back. Anyhow, y'all have a good one. I'll see y'all, I guess, later on tonight, and enjoy Juggernaut D. You said build guide, please. Hold on, actually, let me answer the raid. It's on Maxroll. It's been on Maxroll all this time, just no one's played it yet. Exclamation mark builds, or go to maxroll.gg Barrage Endgame build. They have a guide for pure victimized Heartseeker. Pure victimized Heartseeker is the same thing as direct damage Heartseeker. You literally just change out 3 aspects and that's it. And I guess remove impetus for wherever you want. Like the swap is so easy. And the pure victimized Heartseeker is probably just the pit push build, I think, on Maxroll, because that's the only time where it's considerably better just to go pure vic at that point, because you're not speed farming anymore. All right, we're leaving for real this time. Yeah, I'll see y'all later. You have a good one, and as always, till next time.